Hi, my name is Chelsea, and I just bought 4 acres of land in the beautiful hills of West Virginia. To me, the American dream means owning your own cabin on your own piece of land. Follow along with me as I take on the biggest challenge of my life. Let's take a journey together.
In this video, we will see the complete process of a woman building her own cabin. Get ready for scenes that showcase talent, determination, and sincerity. The 3-4-5 geometric method was applied to ensure that every corner of the cabin is perfectly square. To install the foundation pillars, several deep holes were dug at specific intervals using a shovel. Round cardboard sonotubes, or forms, were placed inside the holes and aligned properly with the ground. A leveling tool was used to check if all the forms were at the same height and perfectly level. Then, cement, sand, and stone were mixed in a concrete mixer to prepare the slurry for a strong foundation. The prepared concrete was poured into the cardboard forms one by one to construct the pillars. After cutting the lumber to size, an electric planer was used to smooth out the surfaces. Metal hangers were attached to the main beams to facilitate the placement of floor joists. Then, the wooden floor joists were arranged in a row at specific intervals. Using a nail gun, the joists were firmly fastened to the main structure. OSB panels were attached to the bottom of the floor to help hold the insulation in place. Foam insulation boards were cut to size and fitted into the empty spaces between the joists. A strong adhesive was applied over the insulation, and OSB panels were laid to create the subfloor. For framing the walls, the wood studs were measured with a tape and cut precisely. The wall frames were laid flat on the floor and joined together using nails. Then everyone worked together to carefully lift the first wall and stand it in its designated spot. Similarly, the second and third walls were raised and diagonally connected to each other. While framing, it was ensured that the necessary gaps were left for the windows and doors. Strong wooden beams were installed on top of the walls to serve as the base for the roof and loft. Partition frames were built to separate the bathroom and other interior rooms. To protect the exterior, the entire structure was covered with green zip system panels. The main ridge beam was installed at the top to begin building the skeleton of the roof. rafters were secured one by one to the ridge beam and the walls to create the roof slope. Using a screwdriver machine, the blue metal panels were installed in rows on the roof. A metal ridge cap was installed at the very peak of the roof to prevent rainwater from entering. The windows were fitted into the wall openings, and their levelness was checked. Flashing tape was used around the windows to make them completely air and watertight. The white main entrance door was neatly hung on hinges at the cabin's entrance. The roof eaves and empty spaces underneath were covered with wooden boards or soffits. Wooden finishing trims were attached to the corners of the walls to give the structure a clean look. Beautiful cedar wood cladding panels are being installed one after another on the exterior walls. Each wood plank was secured with nails, making the wall look very attractive. Then, the electrical wiring and fuse box installation inside the wall frames were completed. am now running the electrical wires through the wall frames. The electrical wires are now being connected inside the fuse box. A black wood-burning stove was placed in a corner of the cabin to keep the room warm. A metal chimney pipe was run through the wall to the outside for exhausting the stove smoke. Insulation was also installed on the inside of the roof and covered with silver foil. To enhance the beauty, the walls and ceiling were covered with tongue-and-groove pine wood panels. I am now covering the insulation by installing wooden planks on the interior walls of the house. This makes the room look very attractive and beautiful. First, shiny laminate flooring was laid on the floor of the small upper loft area. Then, wood-textured laminate sheets were neatly installed across the entire ground floor. Modern design lights and a ceiling fan were installed to illuminate the cabin's interior. A uniquely designed door was made and installed at the bathroom entrance. Finally, necessary furniture and bathroom fixtures were installed to make the cabin habitable. Hello friends, the entire work on the cabin is finished, and it is now complete. Let us know in the comments how you liked it, and if you did, please like and subscribe.